G'day One What Fly Squad, welcome back to another Thursday trip report. My name is Jaden. We're at Cape Town International Airport here in beautiful South Africa. Today we're going to fly Kenya Airways Embraer E190 in business class from here to Nairobi via Livingstone in Zambia. Now without further ado, let's go check in with Kenya Airways. After a week exploring Cape Town, it's time to head back to Asia. We had a trip of a lifetime, we'll definitely come back. There's only one terminal at Cape Town International Airport, so for both international and domestic check-in, you do it here. Our flight to Nairobi via Livingstone is operated by an Embraer E190. Kenya Airways has 4 check-in counters open for this flight, it's more than enough. So after checking in and dropping our bags, we headed straight to security. This is where they start segregating international and domestic travellers. It's worth mentioning that if you're flying domestic and in business class, there's a fast track for you, but not if you're flying international. Look at those signages, it's giving the UK in the old days. So today we spent quite a while for security and immigration, about half an hour. And when you exit immigration, you'll find this Bidvest Premier Lounge, which Kenya Airways uses for their premium passengers. This lounge isn't that big and it can get quite busy because multiple airlines use this lounge and also Priority Pass. Putting that aside, the lounge has amazing offering when it comes to food and beverages. The food items at the buffet is beautifully displayed, and at the self-serve bar, you've got a great variety of South African wines. And for those who drink coffee, unfortunately there's no barista made coffee, which is a shame. Coffee culture is big in Cape Town. However, they do have a cool espresso machine. You can also select certain flavours like hazelnut and vanilla. I got myself a hazelnut latte. Although this lounge doesn't offer a tarmac view, it is located upstairs and you can do people watching, which is always fun. Before long, it's time to head to our boarding gate for our flight to Nairobi via Livingstone. Boarding has been slightly delayed due to late arrival, but thankfully it's a small plane, so turnaround was quick, and the passengers boarded quickly as well. We actually left the gate 1 minute early. Our aircraft today is an 11-year-old Kenya Airways Embraer E190 5 Yankee Foxtrot Alpha. At the boarding gate, there was a specific waiting zone for SkyTeam Elite Plus and business class travellers. So later when we do board the plane, it will be an efficient process for priority passengers. Sorry? Thank you. You can open the machine. Hello, how are you? Good.
Hi.
4J.
Yes, welcome on board. Place your bags on the left side.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Hello, very good.
Welcome on board Kenya Airways Embraer E190 Business Class. Configuration here is in a comfortable 1-2, perfect for solo travellers and couples. 6'4" will be sitting at 4D, I'll be sitting at 4J next to each other. On this 5-hour journey to Nairobi, you're given a pillow, blanket and headsets. The pillow and blanket are excellent in quality. However, the headsets, I think it's the same one you'll find in economy. That being said, if you're flying 787 long haul, you'll get a proper headset in business. And now I'll quickly go through the seat features. There's a cocktail table between me and 6'4" to share. If you don't know the person next to you, there's also an individual one. Every seat comes with a small touchscreen TV. I'm pretty confident that since Kenya Airways took those planes 11 years ago, they never upgraded the seats. There's a USB port next to the TV. There's one seat back pocket, however there's no other pouches, so not that great if you want to sort out your items. There's no leg rest. Leg room is pretty good, and there's a ledge on the wall. You can rest your foot on it. On every business class seat there's a power socket, but it's not universal. Finally, for every traveller there's a personal AC vent and reading light.
These are SkyTeam partners, Captain Saidimo Kaparo and the rest of the crew. We'd like to welcome you aboard the service flight KQ783, shortly departing for Nairobi via Livingstone. My name is Mugambi Emma and I'll be in charge of cabin services. At this point in time, I'd like to request that you place all your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. Should you require any assistance, do not hesitate to call upon any of the cabin crew. Thank you. Karibuni. Welcome on board.
With me in the flight deck, First Officer Abubakar Haji. In the cabinet team led by Flight Officer Emma Mugambi, Flight Attendants Milka, Mary and Christian. Flight time to Livingstone, 2 hours 20 minutes, cruising at 37,000 feet above mean sea level. We expect a smooth flight, but we advise you to have a seatbelt fastened at all times. The crew will shortly demonstrate emergency procedures aboard this aircraft, and pay special attention even if you are a regular traveler. For now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
If you haven't already placed your bags in the overhead locker, you should place them under the seat in front of you. We have special seat belts, and your crew will help you to fit them. Seat belts must be fit and comfort. However, in the unlikely event of a failure, remove the mask from the retainer, then pull the mask sharply downwards to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Physical life jackets must be inflated before putting it on the baby. Should be the proper operation of aircraft systems and must be switched on when the seatbelt sign is illuminated. For takeoff and for ask you to check that your tape is rolled away, with your seat back in the upright position is before takeoff, as it illustrates details of vital safety elements such as the location and correct use of oxygen masks, life jackets, and next take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you. Keep in mind that it may be located behind you.
As we are taxiing to the gate, the cabin crew gave out menu card for the first sector, Cape Town to Livingstone. It's a full meal and you'll be given 3 options for main. There's also a wide variety of beverages including wines and spirits. We were just holding, waiting for this plane to do a touch and go, and now it's our turn for takeoff. Captain just announced that we're going to be flying over the Table Mountain. It's an iconic landmark of Cape Town. You see it anywhere you go in Cape Town. And now we're flying right over the CBD. The moment the captain switched off the seatbelt sign, the crew came to take our meal orders. Welcome on board Kenya Airways Embraer Business Class Lavatory. This one just behind the cockpit, as with many Embraer lavatories, it's really low, the ceiling, almost bumping my head. 6'4" would definitely have to bend down. We've got toilet paper, tissue, hand soap. No lotion though. The floor towel looks pretty. Coat hook. The crew just gave out a mini kit and hot towel for every business class passenger. There's one thing that Kenya Airways is really consistent about, and it's the temperature of their hot towel. It's always way too hot. Now in preparation for the meal, we're going to take out the tray table. You'll find that in the armrest. I'll now also show you what's inside the amenity kit. The bag itself is made from sustainable material. There's no plastic for all the packaging. So there's earplugs, pen, comb, toothbrush, toothpaste, socks and eye mask. There's no lotion or lip balm. It's the same bag you'll get on a long haul flight. Thank you. So here's my lunch. I opted for the coconut and curried chickpea. Every meal also comes with a coconut and apricot cake. I've taken a few Kenya Airways flights during this trip, and there's a weakness about their catering, and that is their dessert. It's always just a cake, a bit uninspiring, like an ice cream would be great sometimes. For my beverage of choice, I went for a South African Sauvignon Blanc. 6'4" went for a grilled beef fillet and a South African pinotage. The crew just came around with a bread basket. 6'4" took one, but I didn't. Both the grilled beef fillet and the curry rice tasted excellent. Look at that cake again. It looks like old Chinese money. I reckon the beef was medium well.
So now she's got this whole new thing all over my head. Plus, takes 5 days to get there.
It's a 16-hour flight, and it's beautiful when you get there.
Whatever, it's a hassle.
It is kind of far.
Local time. Weather in Livingstone, clear skies, temperatures of 30 degrees reported. Once again, we thank you for flying with us and we wish you a pleasant stay in Livingstone. Those proceeding to Nairobi, we should be on ground for approximately 40 minutes. Thank you.
This flight went by quickly. We got a full meal and a cup of coffee. Before I even get to finish my movie, we're touching down. So far the flight has been really enjoyable and comfortable. The seat reclines at a very comfortable angle, the back support is great, and the seat width is perfect. That airport that you can see right now is Victoria Falls Airport in Zimbabwe. Victoria Falls Airport and Livingstone Airport is less than 40 km away. Both are really close to the actual Victoria Falls. Kenya Airways also operates flights from Nairobi to Cape Town via Victoria Falls. We're now landing into Zambia. Unfortunately, I don't see any lions.
Welcome to Livingstone. Ladies and gentlemen, for your own safety and comfort, you are requested to remain seated until this aircraft has come to a complete stop and the silver signs are switched off. Be careful as you open the red lockers as luggage could fall out, and passengers disembarking here, please ensure you've carried all your personal belongings with you, paying special attention to the seat pocket in front of you. Passengers proceeding on to Nairobi, we shall be here for approximately 40 minutes and you're all requested to remain on board. On behalf of Kenya Airways, Sky Team partners, Captain Kaparo, and the entire team on board, I'd like to thank you for making Kenya Airways the choice of travel. Good evening.
This is a fifth freedom flight, so Kenya Airways can carry passengers between Zambia and South Africa. At Livingstone Airport, about 10 travellers are getting off, and the 9 new passengers are going to join us to Nairobi. Before they get on, the Livingstone ground staff are going to quickly clean the aircraft. It's just a quick vacuum, and they're also changing headrest cover and pillowcases of the 10 seats that just became vacant. It's really reassuring to see that they replace headrest cover and pillowcases. And right now we're going to take off the seatbelt for a quick refuel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have recovered a phone. One of the crew have recovered a phone.
And while we wait, we can continue watching the movie. Kenya Airways has a limited amount of TV shows and movies. For the latest release, they've only got 2. And they've also got 50 other movies, and that's it. Strangely and weirdly, there's no in-flight map. It's the first time I see a TV on a plane without a map. We got welcome drinks again, and we got water this time. And the crew just gave us the menu card for the second sector, from Livingstone to Nairobi. We will once again receive a full meal.
Kindly unfasten your seatbelts, keep them open, avoid the use of the lavatories and any electronic devices, observe the no smoking signs and any...
Series aircraft. Your captain, Saidi Mukaparo, with me in the flight deck, First Officer Abubakar Haji. In the cabin team led by Flight Passer Emma Mugambi, Flight Attendants Milka, Mary and Christian. Flight time to Nairobi 3 hours, cruising at 37,000 feet above mid-sea level. We expect a smooth flight, but about an hour and a half into flight might be a bit bumpy due to the ongoing rainy conditions around East Africa. Nothing to worry about. We advise you to have your seatbelt fastened at all times. The crew will fully demonstrate emergency procedures about this aircraft. Kindly pay special attention even if you are a regular traveler. For now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Next to an exit. Please be careful if you open an overhead locker, as a bag may fall out and hurt someone. An extra mask is provided for those travelling with infants. Make sure that your own mask is fitted correctly. Inflate the jacket whilst inside the aircraft. Otherwise, it will restrict your weight before putting it on the baby.
On the baby.
Should there be a power failure,
Shortly we shall be serving you a hot light meal. Please accept our apologies if the meal or drink of your choice is not available. We have 2 lavatories on board this Embraer E190 jet series. For our guests traveling in Premier World, the lavatory is located on the front of the aircraft, and for our guests traveling in economy class, the lavatory is located at the rear of the aircraft. We request that you use these facilities according to your seating arrangements. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Kenya's hospitality. Thank you.
Shortly after takeoff, the crew commenced the meal service for the second sector. This time I went for the stuffed beef with goat cheese and parsley. For dessert, we got a chocolate mousse cake. Once again, I really enjoyed this meal. The dessert was slightly better this time. This main dish was heavy, but really delicious. Underneath the cheese, there was baked broccoli and cauliflower. You can never go wrong with that. And once again, the crew came around with a bread basket. 6'4" went for the grilled chicken supreme. It comes with lemon and coriander cream sauce. All 4 dishes we got on this flight were excellent, and I'd say the second sector had even better food. 6'4" stuffed his chicken into the bread. Quite clever. For drinks, he went for gin and tonic, and I went for Baileys on ice. To wrap up the meal service, we got a coffee with milk. Halfway through the flight, I asked the flight attendant for a cup of chamomile tea. I'm not too sure what brand they use, but this is the best chamomile tea ever.
Weather Nairobi today is kind of clouds, light northeasterly winds, temperatures of 20 degrees reported. Once again, we thank you for flying with us and we wish you a pleasant stay in Nairobi. Thank you, good night.
We're now landing into Nairobi, and I'll quickly conclude this trip report right here, right now. Our journey today started at Cape Town Airport. At the check-in and boarding, the staff were a bit cold. The lounge that Kenya Airways use is a bit so-so, but the food and drinks were good. Once on board, a friendly welcome from our cabin crew, who remained professional and friendly throughout the journey to Nairobi. I really like Kenya Airways cabin crew. The seat on this flight was comfortable. Originally we booked 787 non-stop to Nairobi, but due to a schedule change, we got put on this Embraer, which we dreaded to be honest, but we were glad to see Victoria Falls. Also, as a result of an extra segment, we got extra food. So that's it for the conclusion today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment and share. If you're new to my channel, I upload a new trip report like this one every single week. So be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss out. If you really like what I'm doing, you can join my membership via Patreon or PayPal me. Every member will receive early access to my trip reports and exclusive access to some of my vlogs. I'm not doing a vlog this week because the video is longer than usual. The travel vlog at the end of the video will come back next week. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Wageni wapendwa, karibuni Nairobi. Kwa raha na usalama wenu, naomba kutulia kwenye viti hadi ndege zisimame kabisa na ishara ya mikanda kuzimwa. Kwa mwangalifu, unapofungua kisanduku cha kufanyia mizigo na hakikisha umebeba mizigo yako yote unaposhuka. Kwa niaba Kenya Airways, shirika la SkyTeam, rubani Kaparo na sisi wanahabari wenzake, ningependa kuwashukuru kwa uamuzi wenu wa kusafiri na Kenya Airways. Jioni njema. A warm welcome to Nairobi, ladies and gentlemen. For your own safety and comfort, you are requested to remain seated until this aircraft has come to a complete stop and the super signs are switched off. Be careful as you open the red lock, as this luggage could fall out, and please ensure you've carried all your personal belongings with you, paying special attention to the seat pocket in front of you. On behalf of Kenya Airways, for SkyTeam partners, Captain Kaparo, and the entire team on board, I'd like to thank you for making Kenya Airways your choice of travel. Good evening.
Bye bye, thank you.